Hi everyone, I'm Jack from Jack's English.
And I'm Luke from Learn English Like a Pro, and this is our very first episode of our new podcast. This podcast is designed to help you improve your listening through our natural discussions.
Yep, and today we're going to talk about eating habits.
Yes, right.
Which I think is something that we can all understand and talk about. It's very interesting.
Got our bellies sticking out.
Yes, right. So I think that's the best place to start is with bad habits.
Right. Yeah.
So how about you, Luke? Do you have any bad habits?
I think I'm perfect. No, I'm joking. I have, of course, everyone has bad habits.
Sure.
As soon as you asked me that question, the first thing that came to mind was pizza.
Yes.
Pizza and any bread.
Like
I can just binge eat on pizza and bread like this all day long, and it's obviously really high in carbohydrates.
Yes.
Probably high in salt. It makes you fat, makes you tired.
It's bad for most things, right?
Yeah, but it just tastes so good.
Yes. What kind of pizza do you like?
Hawaiian pizza.
Oh no,
I know.
not Hawaiian pizza. Pineapple on pizza.
I love it.
Oh really?
Yeah,
that's a big dividing pizza, isn't it? Some people love it, some people hate it.
Yeah, I think having a bit of pineapple on pizza, on a burger, makes everything better. Like,
really?
It's so good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I think probably my worst eating habit is that I snack while I'm watching movies, particularly.
Okay.
So I like to graze on sort of chicken, some delivery chicken, popcorn, of course. I love to graze.
Yeah.
So, I'll be watching that movie and my hand will just keep moving. And I think when you eat like that, you end up eating so much.
Yeah, totally.
And it's, a movie's 2 hours long. And
you can get through a huge bucket of popcorn in a 2-hour movie.
Sure.
Easy peasy.
So I'd say that's my worst eating habit.
Yeah.
I think I'm a little like you as well. I tend to eat too many things like pizzas and bread. There's some pretty good bread in Korea, isn't there?
Yes, totally. Actually, so for those that don't know, we live in Seoul.
Yes.
And Seoul has become kind of a Western city in a way.
Sure.
Especially in terms of food, and there are so many local bakeries. In like every little area there's like 4 or 5 little bakeries, and they have like their wholemeal bread, they also have their cheese bread, their kind of raisins, fruit bread. It's not that unhealthy, but the thing is you just eat too much.
Yes, that's the problem, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's taking a lot of room that you should be using for things like fruit and vegetables, right?
Exactly. I'm not sure about you, but when I have a tough day in work or I feel a little bit tired, the only thing I want really is pizza.
Oh, really?
So that's something I need to cut out of my life. Is like coming home, sleepy, ordering the pizza.
Yes. For me, it's the spicy chicken. And I thought that was kind of okay, but a lot of my friends say a lot of spicy food is not good for you.
Okay.
Have you heard the same?
No, why is that?
Right, that's what I want to know, because I love spicy food, but I've heard it's not good for you, it's not good for your stomach, and I don't know, so perhaps I should cut down my spicy food.
Yeah, totally. We eat a lot of spicy food together, don't we?
Yes, we do. We like our spicy sauce.
It just tastes, it's so good. But it is... I do feel a little bit kind of always thirsty after having really spicy food, so I must have a lot of salt in it.
Yes, I think
maybe
so.
That's why. Yeah.
So how about some good things then? Let's talk about our good eating habits.
Yeah.
Do you have any good eating habits?
I think so. So apart from having a pizza every now and again and some bready snacks, I do tend to have a good breakfast. And I think that's key. So I always have a huge bowl of oatmeal. Yes. With lots of fruit. And a big handful of nuts too. So like almonds or pistachios and so on. I think that's really important for me. It wakes me up. Yeah.
You think a breakfast is good for you?
Yeah. For me, I need it for sure. I feel just completely exhausted by like 10 o'clock in the morning if I don't have breakfast. But my brother actually, he lost. Well, recently he was a bit overweight and he lost 4 stone.
Wow.
So that is about 20 kilos or 45 pounds. He lost that in 4 months. And his trick was not having breakfast, having salads for lunch. That's it. And then anything he wants to for dinner. So
anything he wants?
Anything, yeah.
Wow.
So, actually...
How did he feel skipping breakfast? Didn't he feel low energy?
He said he was fine. I couldn't do that. I need my big breakfast. So.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my good habit. How about you?
Yeah, well, I'm the same as you. I like my big breakfast. You know, lots of protein and stuff for breakfast. Right. I think that's important. And I think I'm quite good at avoiding cravings. And to be honest, I don't really have cravings. Yeah. So obviously cravings are, these things that we really want to eat. And some people can't resist them, right? They have to have it. So my wife, for example, normally late night has a craving for spicy noodles, and she will never resist. She'll go straight to the kitchen and cook some noodles. But for me, I think I'm quite happy with the regular lunch and a dinner, and I don't really, snack in between, except, as I said before, when I'm watching a movie.
Yeah. I'm similar. I used to eat a lot of chocolate. Mm-hmm. But then I had some problems with my teeth.
Right.
So the dentist told me basically I got to cut out all chocolate.
Right.
So I did. Actually, that was a couple of years ago. I cut out all my chocolate. But I didn't used to snack. I don't snack now, but I used to snack quite a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, snacking's a very bad habit, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
And another easy one is fizzy drinks, sodas, right?
Yes, exactly. That's
so how about for you?
No, I cut out all fizzy drinks, all soda, all Coke, all lemonades.
Cut them out
totally on purpose about 5 years ago.
Right.
So I used to crave Coke with every meal. Gotta have a bottle of Coke.
Yes.
A can of Coke or a glass of Coke, anything. I gotta have some.
Yeah.
But now I stopped.
Did you feel any difference after giving up Coke?
Nothing I can really think about, but yeah, I mean, probably, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I think it's well known that fizzy drinks are just awful for you.
Yeah, they're very bad, and it's so easy to consume.
Yeah, right.
Did you have any kind of withdrawal from stopping, some symptoms? For example, for me, I gave up coffee. And for the first week and a half or 2 weeks, I had a very bad headache.
No, I didn't feel anything like that, but I love coffee.
Yes.
I can only imagine if I ever gave up coffee, I would have the worst headaches ever.
Yes. Well, I went straight back to coffee, so I'm a coffee drinker again. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Any other good habits that you have?
Yeah, sure. So I'm married now. I got married a year ago, and since I've been living with my wife, we do eat in a lot.
Oh, good.
So eat at home. We cook healthy food, lots of fresh vegetables, nice meat. So I think that's a good habit. That's something that's new to my life. When I was single or unmarried, I went out. I ate out a lot.
That's a problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
Financially as well.
Yeah, I know. I spend so much money.
Yes, I think I'm the same as you in that respect now that I eat in, and we do a lot of meal prep. Yeah. Have you seen this meal prep before?
Oh, you prepare 5 meals on a Sunday night?
Exactly. Yeah. So my wife and I, we sort of put aside 2 or 3 hours in the kitchen, and we have to prepare. Normally, we prepare 6, 7, or 8 lunch boxes for the week.
Yeah.
And that keeps us, eating good meats and veg.
How do you organise that? It must be challenging.
Yeah, you just have to buy in bulk.
Yeah.
Decide on your main meals of the week and do a lot of cooking, a lot of preparation.
How long does it take you? Do you cook it on a Sunday?
Yeah, we do it on a Sunday. So 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
Realistically, I'd say about 3 hours.
Wow, that's a lot. But, overall, I think you probably save time.
Save time in the week?
In the week, yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
So that takes, convenient.
That takes a lot of diligence to do that.
Yeah. It's not easy. On a Sunday, I want to relax.
Yeah, right.
So why don't we talk about the difference between, obviously we are from Britain, and now we're living in South Korea. As you said, we live in Seoul. Have you noticed any differences between Britain and South Korea in terms of eating habits?
Oh. God, I think, personally, I think the type of the eating habits that Koreans and the UK people have are so different. So firstly, Korean people love their spicy food.
Yes. Yes, they do.
They love their spicy food. That can be spicy noodles, spicy chicken, spicy pizza.
Yeah.
Any spicy fish, you name it. So, and in the UK, we don't tend to eat spicy food very often. Most people, at least.
Right.
Like we have a spicy curry maybe.
Yes.
But mostly we don't eat spicy food.
You're right.
So I think that's probably the biggest difference.
The food is quite bland in the UK, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
On the whole.
On the whole, yeah.
And then in Korea, of course, it is very spicy and salty and rich.
There's a lot of flavors in Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you find it when you first came to Korea? Was it easy to adapt, or did you have to take some time?
It was not easy at all, actually. So I was really young. I was just 22 when I first came here. And not really used to like global foods.
Yeah.
So it was hard. It was hard. And I couldn't use chopsticks very well.
Yeah.
I wasn't used to spicy food. I wasn't used to like these new vegetables or this new style of cuisine. It was hard. I lost a lot of weight actually. In the first 6 months, I think I probably lost 8 or 9 kilograms.
Wow.
Yeah, not by trying, just because I wasn't used to the food. I wasn't eating as much.
So I suppose we could say that's a good diet method, is come to Korea and have this strong spicy food. Yeah. That's a lot of weight, isn't it?
Yeah,
have you put it back on?
Now I have. Yes, you probably can tell.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but it took a couple of years though.
Really?
Yeah, it took me a while to get used to.
Yeah.
How about you?
Well, I had the same as you, and I agree with you. I think there are some really big differences between the UK and Korea in terms of eating habits.
Yeah.
One of the things I noticed in Korea was the late night snacks.
Yes.
So it's kind of connected to what we were talking about before, these cravings.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of Korean people, it's almost part of the culture, is that late night you go to the kitchen and you cook some noodles.
They binge on noodles.
Yes.
If there's a family, they'll cook 5 or 6 packets. And
Yes.
they'll have different ones, spicy ones, and kind of like black sauce ones. And
exactly.
just binge on noodles while watching a bit of comedy or something.
Huge amount late at night.
Like 11 o'clock.
I couldn't sleep if I did that. Have you ever done that yourself? Have you ever binged on something late at night?
Not really, no. To be honest, I'm not really a foodie.
Right.
I've never really been a big eater. I love my drinks. So I like my coffee. I like my tea.
Yes.
I like my beer too. If I can say
course,
that. Wine. And these type of drinks. I really crave that sometimes, but not food so much.
Yes. Another thing that comes to my mind now is the difference between eating in and eating out. And I think, as you said earlier, in Korea, there's definitely a culture of eating out, isn't there?
I think so. Just the convenience.
It is very convenient.
It's so
and it's
convenient,
relatively cheap.
Yes.
Compared to Britain.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about where you live, but in my area there are 10 restaurants within a 5-minute walking distance, and they're all good.
Yeah.
There's Chinese food, there's barbecue, there's chicken, there's some Korean kind of local food.
And quite reasonably priced.
Reasonable, totally, yeah. So it's funny because in Korea, the fresh food you buy in a supermarket or in the markets are pretty expensive.
Yes.
Like the vegetables, the fruits, quite a lot.
They're very expensive, yeah.
However, restaurants are still quite cheap.
Yes, it is odd. It's an odd balance, isn't there?
Yeah, whereas in the UK, the food itself in the supermarket's really reasonable, I think. But then restaurants are kind of expensive, right?
Yeah, I think that's a difference as well, is in Britain, going to a restaurant is an occasion.
That's true.
It's something, you'd maybe do it on a Friday or for a special occasion. Whereas in Korea, it's just, should we go out and get...
I know.
Should we eat in or should we eat out? And it's a 50-50 thing.
I think I probably eat out 3 days a week here.
3 days?
Maybe even 4.
Yeah, I don't know for me nowadays, because of course we do that meal prep, so it's a lot less. So I'd say, perhaps once or twice at the moment. Yeah. But not a good habit financially and for health as well.
It can be tasty.
Yes, yes, of course.
Yeah.
Well, that was a great chat.
Yeah, thanks,
about
Jack.
Eating habits.
Yeah.
So that's our first podcast. I hope you enjoyed it.
Great. And if you have any comments or questions, please leave them below in the comment area.
Yep.
And we'll definitely respond.
Yep.
And we'll see you next week.
Yep, we'll be back very soon. Hope you have a good week and see you soon.